Hi guys, here's my review of the sunshine from January 15th to the 25th out of South Carolina. Just got back yesterday. Drive there, drive back. We do country roads. Took about 3 hours, not a big deal. Nice, relaxful drive. Embarkment was a great day. Everything ran smooth, no stops, no bumps, no nothing. Got onto the ship quickly within a half an hour arriving. We were on the ship and exploring. We checked. The first thing we always do is dine. So after that, checking around, getting comfortable, finding our bags, and then going to dinner, meeting our staff for the first time. Now, never rate your staff on the first night, especially when it's a new cruise and they got to get to know a bunch of new people. And the menu is slightly different. So let's start with the overall review of this ship. She's old. Yes, very old. I do believe that you shouldn't find rust on your balcony. I also believe that the balcony doors should be working, that connect you to another balcony, because they were not latched properly or could not be, and it just both sides all night long. It was very hard to sleep. Until my husband stuffed something in there and fixed it. We didn't go on the balcony too much because there was a handle on the outside that literally moved. It was scary. I was afraid to get trapped out there without finding something to prop it open. So I wasn't thrilled about that. Where my room was, it really didn't bother me, but most people will probably never like. I was on the 6th floor. My room was 6179. Do not book that room if you like quiet and you don't want to hear the partying going on until 11:30, 12 o'clock. Right out my room, there's, you know, if you saw the video, you will see where that is. And if you look right, you have the 4 open floors, the shopping, you know, the photo shop. Everything is right there, the 3, 4 floors, in and out of the dining rooms and a little mall there. So all the noise and the piano playing, all noise will illuminate, especially people coming up out of the elevators will seem to stop right there and say, da, 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 da. If that doesn't bother you, then that's the room for you. It didn't bother us. So I'm just letting you know, it's not the room, guys. You just didn't choose the right one for you. Now, customer service. Why I have this face is because there is no nice words to say about the customer service. I will tell you this, boys. I will tell you this, that they're very practiced. Hey, I lost something at this machine getting on the ship. Oh no, if it was there, they bring it straight up here. No, they don't. No, they don't. My husband, 3 days before the cruise end, lost his prescription, very expensive readers. And he left them on a seat where he was sitting playing a game. But the guy who worked in the photo gallery, okay, great guy, the auction, the paintings, okay, knew who my husband was, knew he was sitting, and said, oh, no, that's Mr. Dave's. So he got the glasses and he held on to them because he knew he would see Dave before the last day of the cruise. He actually saw our son and told him. So the next day was the last day. Nuggets. All right. I'm not going to edit that out. We're just going to continue. Okay. Was the last day. So my husband hunted him down. He had the glasses. And he goes, well, we've been told if they were lost, you guys would have taken them down to customers. They stuck by it. They swore by it. They were very strong about it. He says, no, sir, because there's no guarantee you'll get that back. I just looked at him. He said, no, sir. He said, I knew who you were, and I knew that I would see you again. Thank you for being up and honest. So basically, my bag of expensive things, and they went through the machine, because I know they were, my big brown bag, because I put everything in there, because I was the one carrying. I went to the ship early, put it back, went through the thing, and the LA has some similar white bags. My brown bag, I set it up because I didn't lay it down. Okay, so then a couple white bags, and she grabbed them, and I bet you mine were in there. It shows that not everybody is honest, okay? So here we go. We're past that. We're going to go to the next level. The next level is the blog. And I hate to be rude, and this is the ugly part of this review. There are so many people. I mean, they weren't even off the ship yet on the Facebook page, the Sunshine, January 15th through 25th. There was good ones, but these were people that they were complaining about, was saying it was such a great ship. And I have to agree with this one thing. The food was awful. Okay, I have special eating needs. They were never addressed or given a special menu for me. I did tell the wait staff, but it was never done. So I was at the point I couldn't eat because I was having, everything is done with a spinach or kale, and I can't eat that. Sauce, everything. And so at the end, I decided to start using the specialty restaurants from the dining room, so they brought it to me. Okay, and I had something different than my table mates. And the pictures that I will be releasing on my Facebook travel page has those meals on it. One night we ate at 555. Best restaurant there. But up in the buffet, no. The eggs were watery and cold. They were never hot. Brown and served sausage. Every day they added something a little different in it to make it look different. It was cold. There's just some things you can't eat cold, and that was it. The pancakes was a Frisbee. I tried them. Every morning I went and got one of each. And then after I tried them and threw the food away because it hadn't changed, because that's what I do, so it wasn't a fluke, okay, guys? So this is 10 days I'm doing this. I went and got a breakfast burrito outside by the pool deck. Amazing. Amazing. You can make it any way. And the best way I loved it was the spicy rice on the tortilla. And not spicy rice, spicy eggs. And then I had potatoes. Then I had some cheese. And it was amazing. It was amazing. I had 2 days of that. Then you go in the farther back, or the cappuccinos and stuff. People didn't know that bar made cappuccinos. I did not deal with the people at the coffee machines after the first day because they were the most disrespectful, privileged, they thought, because they were gold and emerald and all that. They thought, let's just say they thought they were better than everybody else. And that's what all the blogs were talking about. The most rudest people that I ever met. They were all up, been cruising with for a long time. These are people that can just pull the money out of pocket and pay for their cruise, the whole thing. Majority of the people on this cruise were people that saved for a year, booked out for a year, and made payments. And they work hard for their cruise. They sure as hell don't want to be treated like dirt by other people that's literally, got their nose up in the air. I know that has nothing to do with Carnival, but I think it does, okay? So there's a lot of first-timers or second-timers, even third, you're still red, but you're beneath them. They work hard, save money to go on this cruise. And they said they were disappointed with the port. Because I'm going to get to the disembarkment here in a minute, okay? So, all right. So I started buying coffee. I'm going to tell you something. It was cheaper for me to have my cappuccino on that cruise ship than I can at Starbucks. And then I went and had a fresh omelet made in front of me, or fried eggs right in front of me. The line may have been wrong, but there's a certain time in the day that you can go and get that, and there's not a long wait. And it was absolutely great. Okay, so if that's what you like, please go there because the food is fresh, made right in front of you. And I love to have warm, hot eggs. Cold, gross. All right, so now let's get on to, we've covered all the major things, except for the photo. I buy a lot of photos. Now, I'm a higher tier on Royal Caribbean, and I'll say it, okay, and I get most of my food free or half price. Now, because I have traveled on Carnival many times, and it's failed me many times, okay, but I'm biased because I'm supposed to be. There's always something to bark about, but there was too much to bark about on this cruise. So photo. I've already spent, let's just say I spent a lot of money. And I was staying up there the last day, and this guy only bought 3 photos. They're very expensive. And the guy turned around, and you know the little USB port they give you shaped like a carnival ship? Well, he opened it. I'm talking to the LA who didn't tell me this. So, well, you come back, he says, you can get a copy, the original copy of every photo you've taken for $1 on that. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Very amazing, isn't it? And I looked at her, and she never said anything to me about it. So if I bring back mine, I can get and I'm going to say I had bought over 200 photos. So it would have been an additional $200 on my bill. And at that point, I didn't buy the last 2 photos that I was going to purchase for $20 to get the big canvas that I was going to frame and hang so I can do my blogs in front of. I was mad. I had already gotten the bag. I have gotten the scrapbook, which I could buy for $10 anywhere, and all that photo album and all that stuff. So to me, the value of the stuff that I was winning, because I've spent so much in pictures, I basically paid for it. All right, so I think they don't tell you anything until they realize you're not going to buy anything. So a great deal, say you took 40 pictures. 40 pictures is 40 pictures, and that's $40, but you still have to buy their thing if you haven't purchased enough pictures to, I think it's like 12 pictures to get the thing. So, yeah. So here we go. Last and final complaint. Not really, but almost. We're getting there. Is the shows. First night, I love this guy. He had laughing so hard we fell out of our seats. Okay, now I don't mind being picked on by the comedian. I think it's fun to be part of the show, especially when it's funny. 2 nights later, a new comedian, same Schmidt. But the problem was, he wasn't good at it. All right? I sat there with the blank. You could hear crickets in the room. All right? So I'm not going to go see him and another guy that I hear was just as bad, the final show together. My husband went, and he said, the guy that had crickets in the room? He says, yeah. He goes, yeah, crickets in the room. Then the second guy came in, and they were, because he just way, it's how you tell the joke, it's how you interact, it's how it all works together. If you don't have the whole schmeal, not going to work. So I'm disappointed on that. I did go to the juggling show. It was pretty good. We had Rocky River at that time coming back, and the show went on, and he did his best, so it was pretty good. I didn't like the rock and roll, and I didn't one night only, because she was a stronger singer than he was, and I had to be, what? I couldn't understand what he was singing. I knew what song he was singing, okay? But she was very much a powerhouse. She could do better than Carnival, okay? But I didn't like it. The rock and roll show, there's a guy from South Africa, amazing. And I usually don't give rock guitars that high, but when you're playing music from my mantra, and if my eyes was closed and I couldn't tell if it's Eddie Van Halen or who, good for you. All right. Cruise director. Hey, y'all. Okay. Funny guy. He is annoying at times, but that's his job. He's the cruise director. Now, my husband played a quest. I did not. I wasn't feeling well. It was late at night. And his team won, by the way. But, what's the word I want to say? He got hurt, and by the next day, they had him killed off. They had said some woman trampled him, another lady, but my husband and I corrected with a quick, you might say it, that the cruise director is just fine. Now, playing the question, the worm, well, they weren't doing it right. No one really knew how to do it. My husband said it was funny. It looked like a bunch of people having seizures. So the guy stood at the end of the stage. He wiggled across. The lady on my husband's team touched his foot first, jumped up in excitement, lost her balance, was dizzy, and knocked into him. Now, He fell backwards, hit his head. Now, they have little square tables, right? All metal. Hit his head, knocked him out. He said at least 60 to 90 seconds. Okay. And then he said he woke up and he doesn't remember. But then he said, I bet he did go back and look at the video, did say that he doesn't remember anything, that he was fine. My husband said they finally did bring someone else into the, and sent him down to medical. But he said my husband was shocked at the disrespect that they had for this man. People goes, good. Did you kill him? Did she kill him? One less asshole we got to worry about. Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm just giving you the full stumps of how rude these people were. So the blogs that are on this ship and people are reading and talking about how rude these people are is true. And I will never, ever probably get on another Carnival ship again. As a travel agent, as a blogger, I keep going back to cruise lines. I believe they deserve second chance, newer crafts. But if you don't change, it's not going to happen. Oh, their security sucks. Here we go for this barking bag. They give you this big long piece of paper that I kept. Follow these rules. Make sure you have this, this, and this, and this. People, next time I'm just carrying my stuff off Carnival, if there is a next time, okay? They took our stuff off the ship the night before. It was on it's on the pier. So as soon as we came down and called, and we always like to go off last. We like to get everybody who wants off. Got on, it was right there. It didn't go any further. Remember, then you got to take all your luggage onto a shuttle back to the building. Well, I said, you know what? I've read where people walked. And I can see our car from over here. So you walk up it and you follow the path and you see this really long line with all these people with 6, 7 luggages waiting, just waiting. So then you had some people stayed in a hotel, and the hotel's right in front of the ship where they left their car, so they're going to their car. So we went and turned to go back in the parking with our bags. That was about a 15-minute walk because we're walking. It really wasn't that far. Went to our car and we left. People, just carry your stuff off, because that was crazy. Because when we got in the terminal, we said, oh, 32's over there. No, 32's over there. No, 32 should be over. That was the longest part of the debarkment. They really didn't know. They said, well, when it's this 10 days, they kind of get moved around. No, it's just as many people with just as many suitcases. I know. So that is my review for the Carnival Sunshine. Bye-bye for now.